Hey, true believers, it's Englentine here with a review of Harley and Ivy meet Betty and Veronica, the team up you never knew you never wanted. However, I gotta admit, they do make for a couple of good covers. Just this right here would make you think, well, okay, I gotta check that out. But as you could tell by my thumbnail, I prefer this one here. I just think it captures every character pretty well, including Veronica asking for her father, who it does open with. The book opens with him talking about how he's going to create a free college, but then he mentions how he's going to charge students for stuff like internet, which I kind of enjoyed because that's really part of the modern age. Anything free that's announced as free comes with microtransactions. And, I just kind of thought they nailed that particular bit right on the head. So, of course, Poison Ivy sees that he wants to build it on a swamp. And she says, wait a second, what about all the plants and animals? And talks Harley Quinn into basically packing up their stuff. And it's time to go to Riverdale to try and stop them. But, of course, being Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, there's people after them. So they have to get away from some assassins, and then they go, and I've got to give this to them. At least they give a pitch. That's coming up a little bit later, but yeah, at least they give a pitch to, I forgot the name, but basically it's Veronica's dad. Now, the book does take some time setting up before Harley and Ivy even get to Riverdale, and it's a slow burn book. It is. Thankfully, characters go a long way here. A lot of Archie books, they're not plot-based. They're character-based, and this is another example of that. So really, your enjoyment of the book is going to be based on how much you love these characters and how much you kind of like the Riverdale twist on them. Because it's not played for straight laughs the way that the old-time Archie cartoons were, or Archie comic books are. There's a lot of dramatic feel to it. They still include the jokes, and they do have the caricature types. Jughead still loves his fast food. Archie's still a bumbler. And Betty and Veronica, yeah, they do argue with each other. In this case, they do most of their arguing in a costume shop as they're trying to find something for Veronica's big ball. And now they're in a costume shop where they say that all the best ones are taken, but their final choice, which is the cliffhanger ending here, kind of makes you think that maybe all the best ones weren't. Once again, it's not a joke-filled book. It is a slow burn. If you like Archie, you're going to enjoy it. If you don't, and you came in for Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, they're so sparsely used in this issue that I think you'll probably end up disappointed. It's not horrible, but I can't really say it's great, so it falls right in the middle for me. And I don't usually do standalone reviews for an average book. But unfortunately, that's where I've got to go with this one. I can't really give it, when I'm doing my Marvel versus DC, or in this case, Independence, it's going to end up being a 3-star because there's no hook. There's nothing to grab onto and say, yes, you got to read it for this. It suffers the same thing that a lot of first issues to a story do these days. It's obviously written with a trade paperback in mind. This is all set up. There's not much that's happening in this, and I understand, good things are coming, but we can't talk about what's coming. We have to talk about what's in the book right now, and what's in the book right now is all set up. And in the end, it feels like a long car ride where your parents are picking the music. Your vacation time might start and you're going to have a blast, but the journey to get there is just kind of boring. It is. And anyway, I'm just spinning wheels right here and saying the same thing over and over again. The art is fine. That's, it's not offensive. You can tell who everybody is. They have their own trademarks. You know, Archie is obviously Archie for his red hair. Jughead's wearing the crown. You got Sabrina with her hairband. So it's not like you can't tell who the characters are. It's fine. They're drawn like teenagers rather than the cartoonish art that you get in a lot of Archie books. So it works. Coloring is a little bit dark, and I thought that made it a little more serious than usual. But that might actually lend to the story as it goes. As it is, once again, are you a fan of the characters? Get it. If not, you might want to pass this one up. So there you go, kids. My opinion on Harley and Ivy and Betty and Veronica. What did you think? Did you read this, or are you looking forward to reading it? If you do, you might actually enjoy it a lot more than I did. This is the middle of the road thing. This is where I really didn't have an emotional response or a visceral response to it one way or the other. But if you read it, what did you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or were you just like me, indifferent and hoping that the story picks up in later issues? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, click like, share. And if you haven't done it already, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything else. Also, if you don't mind, if you do like these videos, head on over to Patreon. VIDME, drop $1 in the till. Help us keep the lights on and help us to keep making these videos. We certainly do appreciate everybody who's already done that. And to everybody, all the true believers, would like to say thank you very much for watching.